Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we did Copperbell Mines and wanted to report you to Painted Mesa. However, here's a golden glow, which means there will be an instance battle. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mine operation can resume and Ulda will have the material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt. I'll share the good tidings with Papa John the next time I see him. As for you, you want to report to Momody. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much as a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizen, but I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in, whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I'd only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of his mama's fuss. Your lord, teach him a lesson. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Not bad for an adventure. I should have stopped at the subway. Stop your bloody garbing at me and give me a hand, will ya? Bugger, bugger, bugger! Since you're already almost dead. Well, he was by far the strongest of the three. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, Trace over. I swear there were more refugees when last I looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are we only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. While they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I know their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the breastplates would welcome the help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you have no coin, you have no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloin, get your Dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Funalan. Thank you for your customs, madame. Please come again. Looking around, you think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you see no end to the misery and suffering. Madame, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? You saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave a poor woman alone, you damned vulture. Who said what? I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless the adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what the monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about. All's well that ends well, huh? We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. But my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of a damsel in distress was more of a happy coincidence. But rescue her you did, and that was what matters in the end. I feel I should mention that at this point, but I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know of a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you'd agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of a quicksand. Tell her the science of the seventh dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Seems like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. He talks to this adventurer here, the new guy. Saying that if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering every time you graze your knee, eh? Cause I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woe with a woman folk from time to time. Desiree, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off a carriage adventurer. But gods, to see you safe and well, to look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa-chan, which ain't to say you won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Hey, the girl with a decapitated head. Thank you for sparing your time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was ARR, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see, an adventurous, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had the fiend not robbed him of a chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all you have achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as ARR once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Desiree Klingor. I shan't forget. Thank you, Desiree. I pray we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of a guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post. And I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes doubly for you, Desiree. What did you say? You want to know about the science of the seventh dawn? We're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Desiree, the science aren't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So, you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go for the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Ul'dan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Cause that ain't no small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Desiree. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Fenelon. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever is at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Desiree, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momody. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Okay, to Vesper Bay, which is in the west of Horizon. Over here is the harbor town Vesper Bay. Okay. Here we are in Vesper Bay, and here's some unlock. Die. You there. Yes, you, the decisively unfashionable adventurer. God be good, never in my life have I seen such unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost to form. The mere sight of your fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your experience can be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. Vita's given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for a length of time. Be a dear and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I've moistened my fort, we shall see to the business of remedying your appearance. Purchase items and orange juice. Pray tell, have you bought a apple? That's a relief. Finally I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfit a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer from the change in appearance. A change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. But that garish pink that seemed like a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of thread can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out of there and bring some color into your life. And we get colors and the ability to dye. And glamoring. Oh dear, dear, dear. This will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go about dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it. I've made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be dear and get me a drink. I feel rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the paste and ask Falkland. I'll have some blood orange juice, and tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now, off you go. Oh, Swiggin sent you, did she? That woman. I've never known anyone so lazy. Would it kill for her to come and get it herself? Here you are. You shouldn't let her push you around, you know? Give her an ilm and she'll take a mom. So, what's the drink coming? Oh, delicious. Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive tastes, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, let's get started. Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top, or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try. And do make it quick, dear. For my sake, I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Yeah. Glamour dresser. Can use glamour, so can take an item and cast the glamour. Can make it look like something else. For example, I could make my Grand New Kuras look like the red chest strap here, if I wanted so. And I can die here. Anyway. Here is the Waking Sands. We will come here often. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Fencrit invited me. You're here at the behest of Fencrit? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Desiree Klingen or Desiree... Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. You look cute. Anyway. I take it you're Desiree Klingor. Tataru sent word you arrived. How? Lady Mephilia is eagerly awaiting that you are coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yes.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Yes to all the above?
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
That would be too easy, right?
That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, we will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, milady? Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it's important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. From Final Fantasy II. Retainers are now available. Retainers are basically your treasure box, where what you use to sell items on the auction house. Also, you can train later on a bit. You can train retainers in jobs so they can harvest farming materials and stuff like that, right? This place called the Waking Sands is our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. While there are others who possess the Echo, none are nearly as strong as you with the power. Hence our extremely high expectations of you. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine order roils fallen corpses rife. Thus the divine chronicle seeks to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shine clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm does shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering beneath a stifling blanket of night, and we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of ether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for ether only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Our organization, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of 2 separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives such as myself and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the 7th Unworld Era taught us that only together we may stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Okay. We Science have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the... We had that already. I know not what you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer. Yours is no small endeavor. Small? No. Worthy? Undeniable. We labor for the good of all the realm. I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Had you started a Guidan, you would already have met them.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome. Yeah.
I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task.
That was quick.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You
All
have
right.
my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery in the spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we're correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further understanding of the other. Now, since the attack of their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it's my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see what he gives us his full cooperation. Camp Drybone is in eastern Fanalan. But yeah. I will end this episode here, and next time we continue looking into this primal matter. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.